Alright, so here we are. We've got a grudge match between Amir Rahimi, an assistant producer, and Harvard Bonin, some of you might know, is a senior producer on the project. Harvard's playing Mordor, Amir's playing Gondor, and here we go. Okay, so we can see Amir here, turtled up inside his base, as a good Gondor player knows to do, but Harvard lays the smackdown right away, drops the Eye of Sauron on him, just saying, I see you. Telling Amir, I've got, I can see inside your base, I can scare your guys, and here I am. For all those of you who've been wondering about Gollum, here he is. He's a spy, he sneaks around. Harvard's got him going in the castle there just to hassle Amir. Just to cause him a little trouble, a little distraction. Of course, Amir wants to take him out because, Harvard's now able to see into his base. But of course, Harvard doesn't let him rest when after he's taken out Gollum. He goes ahead and hits him with the catapult there. So you can see the trolls rolling the siege tower up to the wall. One of the things is when you're going against Gondor players, you have to be able to siege your castle well. You got to take out the walls, break down the gates, just get your guys in one way or another. It's quite a scary sight when you see a whole set of orcs pouring over your walls and into your castle.
My favorite strategy is just to kind of overwhelm my opponent. They have something called Call the Horde, which is one of the special abilities that Mordor uses when it's kind of high on their, I guess you'd call it a tech tree, but it just churns out the orcs one after the other, and it's cool because you're just when you think your back's against the wall and you run out of money or something like that, you send all these orcs and it just overwhelms the opponent. It's just a lot of fun.
All right, so all the orcs are pouring over the castle wall. Now, of course, Amir's smart. You think all might be lost, of course, but there's Gandalf running around there. When Gandalf gets into the fight, watch out. Bang, there's a blast, clears all the orcs out, and he's safe again.
Well, see, Harvard has this ego and this air about him about being this hardcore RTS guy, but I think he's going to come into this game and completely underestimate me.
Right, so Harvard's got all of his troops ready. I think he's going to try to do a big push into the base. Let's watch what happens. Wow, looks like Amir left his gate open. Now this is one of the coolest things about the game, Tainted Land there. Harvard goes ahead and lays that down. It changes the terrain. It gives his orcs not only extra strength, but extra combat ability as well. So he's going ahead and taking on those tower guards. They know they can't handle it. They're getting hit with orcs, they're getting hit with catapults there, so they start fleeing back into the gate.
Maggots!
What happens when Treebeard fights a troll? And here we go. Now that punch right there we call the Captain Kirk double-handed punch. And this is my favorite move of all, right there, kicking the troll right in the face. Dang, so Treebeard won there. Harvard wasn't able to get onto the wall by pushing a siege tower up there, so he's going to try to break down the main gate with the battering ram. Here he goes. Bang, knocks it through. 1-2 punch, because here comes the Nazgul. The Nazgul's great, because when you get them over the enemy troops, you do the screech and it scares them all, disrupts them. Makes it a little harder for the archers to get a bead on it. Now also he goes ahead and just picks up guys and just causes a tremendous amount of damage. And of course, what's your counter? Gandalf Astari Light. Takes him right out, pops him. Here's a Mumakil pen. Harvard's going to generate a Mumakil to try to use to help siege the castle.
Get my Mumakil.
So Amir's called into Rohirrim reinforcements here. Those are one of the powers that he has. Of course, they don't do too well against the Mumakil, especially when they're continually shelled by catapults as well. Just squashed flat.
No offense for you, but are you playing? I mean, I got my Mumakil waiting for you over there. You just like 5 miles.
So since the Rohirrim didn't work, Amir's notched it up another level, used another power, and called in the Army of the Dead. It's just so fun to watch these guys take out the enemy. Alright, so you think Harvard might be down, but he's not out. Of course, what's he going to pull out? Here comes the Balrog. So if you were scared when a Nazgul came into your base, you gotta be double scared when the Balrog shows up. So the Balrog doesn't only have his sword that he can use, of course he's got the whip, he's got the fire breath, just the ultimate wrecking machine. Bang! Hits the guy with the sword. Now, one of the things I absolutely love is when he does his fire breath. You know, the effect is cool, but the damage is devastating. You can see Amir's archers there just firing away, trying to take out the Balrog. Nothing's really helping. Amir's last building has been destroyed. His whole castle sinks back into the ground and you're left with the ruin. But of course, who do you bring in when you got a Balrog in your base? You gotta bring in the big guns. Here comes Gandalf. He hits him with the lightning bolt, takes him out. Now watch the ground here after the Balrog burns up and goes away. Look at that charred mark there. It's another example of the attention to detail that's inside Battle for Middle-earth here. Alright, so it looks like Amir's there survived. His base is wiped out. He's going off to hunt Harvard's base there. And there you go. I don't know. I kind of call it a draw.
Gotcha. EA Games.
Challenge everything.
So don't forget, you'd be scared too if you saw a troll coming at you with a 12-foot tree.